6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Sarah Bazak. Excuse me. Come to help the Muslims to leave Islam, see for themselves. Sorry, excuse me. See for themselves and leave Islam. I always come here to help Muslims leave Islam. And so we have this. The topic is Allah has no tolerance for disbelievers, good or bad. Is this good or bad? So here the Muslims would say that is very good, very good. Allah knows best. Like Allah has said in Surah Baqarah, I think, that Allah has prescribed fighting for you. Allah knows whether you dislike it or not, but you do not know whether you dislike it. You, like that. So Allah knows and you do not know. Many things Allah knows, but you do not know. Why do you not know? You should know. So then maybe in the Quran ayats, Allah explains in a way that the ayats are here and there dispersed, scattered. So you would say, no, our Allah has explained to us and this is sufficient for us. Allah is sufficient for us, but Allah is not sufficient for you. Although it may seem like Allah is sufficient for you, because there's another ayat in the Quran which says, if you love Allah, follow me, Allah will love you. So they could be disbelievers now, since believers are only those who obey Allah and the Messenger. What does it say, that ayat, right? Let us, so I've just quickly done my notes here. Believers are only those. Believers, please bear patiently with me. Only those. So you think this is really good? Muslims think the believers are only those who, when Allah is mentioned, feel a fear in their hearts, and when His verses are recited unto them, they, i.e. the verses, increase their faith and they put their trust in the Lord. Surah 8, Surah Anfal, Ayat 2. Is there anything else? The believers are only those who believe in Allah and His Messenger. And when they are with Him on some common matter, they go not away until they have asked His leave, I think. Like that. So this is, which ayat? Surah 24, ayat 62. You see? Believers are only those who believe in Allah and His Messenger. And when they are with Him, the Messenger, for a matter of common interest, do not depart until they have asked His permission. Indeed, those who ask your permission, O Muhammad, those are the ones who believe in Allah and His Messenger. So when they ask your permission for something of their affairs, then give permission to whom you will among them and ask forgiveness for them of Allah. Indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. So it's very strict in Islam. When you ask from the Messenger permission to leave him, yet that's why I guess they were staying over on the night of the wedding. Surah Azab ayat. These Sahabas, guests, believers even, the Sahabas who were near to Prophet Muhammad, didn't know. So here we have this. You see the contradiction? Then he feels shy to tell you to leave when it's his wedding night. Okay, when the believers meet for a common interest, do not depart until they have asked his permission. Well, I would say that I would be very, um, you know, fearful, scared to leave even when I'm invited by the messenger for his wedding. He has to tell me to leave. And if I ask for permission, then forgiveness for them of Allah. Still, he has to ask forgiveness. My goodness. So here, being so strict, people can get confused, even believers who have been close to Prophet Muhammad at the time of Prophet Muhammad. So you would say here it means a matter of common meeting with him for a matter of common interest. But still, it is very strict overall, I think. If he invites you to a wedding, to his house for dinner, you could get confused. So can you blame those believers? And then him being troubled, that is outrageous. So this, the messenger being troubled by their staying back. This is what you do. You confuse people like this in such strict laws and rules. So now we have Surah Ba'ina, 98th Surah of the Quran, 4th ayat. It was not until his clear proof came to the people of the book that they became divided about his prophethood. So it's also Jews and Christians here. They became divided, and Surah, 5th ayat says, even though they were only commanded to worship Allah alone, with sincere devotion, meaning alone, with sincere devotion to Him in all uprightness. Establish prayer and pay alms tax, that is the upright way. Islam has given us a good standard, you would say, and set a good standard and set of moral principles we should follow. Good standard of judging people? No. I should have put a question mark there. Believers were evil too, remember? There's an ayah that says he will, take out all your evil. Your sins will be forgiven if you just believe. It doesn't mean that believers were not evil. You were sinners somehow, So only if you believe, and Prophet Muhammad asks forgiveness and the rest of it, for you, believers. And believers are only those who obey the messenger and this and that. Basically, in Islam, you are an evil person if you deny and reject Allah and His signs, and the seemingly good people are the hypocrites. There is no gray, just black and white in Islam. So some ayats from again Surah Baqarah ayat 6. So indeed those who disbelieve from the people of the book and the polytheists will be in the fire of hell to stay there forever. They are the worst of beings, creatures. They're the worst. This is a very good reason to leave Islam, I think. Right? You may think you have, Islam has given you a set of good principles, moral principles, laws, justice, social justice and all this. But that is another thing I should be talking about in another live stream. But right now, to make it easy for you, there were believers, there were polytheists who were doing good things. So in Islam, you not only be a good human being, you can take all those ayats like on humanity, oh people, oh insan, or what. You were made from the same soul, one soul. You were created, and one. You are one from another. So, sorry, excuse me. So you would think, oh, Islam stands for humanity too. No, no, it doesn't stand for humanity. Combing the thing out, verses, coming to these Surah Baina verses, if only you are a believer, can you be saved? And you are those who believe and do good deeds, Mahsan. Yeah, so you have to believe, first and foremost, to be saved from the fire of hell. Don't know if you're good people or bad people, but Mahsanin, you do good, then you'll be called a Mahsan, doer of good. But belief is necessary. And then you'll be saved from the fire of hell. See here? Uh, so leaving aside the good moral standards and principles Islam has given you, Muslims, I took this way. Zero tolerance for disbelievers. Even when they are good, but they are, according to Islam and Allah, not good. Oh, sorry, not believers. Not believers. Even if they are doing good. Look at this. So you see the way you're told that this is the true God, Allah, true God, and this is the best religion, and you are the best of beings. It has somehow deceived you. Do you think that Allah should be like this? That true God. In Surah, okay, back to Surah, Surah Ahzab, verse 66, 33 chapter of the Quran, verse 66, on the day their faces are constantly flipped in the fire, they will cry, oh, if only we had obeyed Allah and obeyed the Messenger. So you can be a good person, you can be doing good things. If you don't obey this messenger now that the message has come to you, if you deny it, you will go in the fire of hell. It's not about good deeds or bad deeds. Although, yeah, it says in Islam, like if you believe, but the first and foremost is believing in this. Then obeying and doing good things. So ask yourself, is this fair? Is this, can this be a true God doing this? Surah 98, Ayat 7. Indeed, those who believe and do good, they are the best of all beings. So you have to struggle to be good, but believing comes first. And you will, Muslims, like they say, Allah knows best. But no, now I'm like in detail going with you with the Quran ayahs, right? Through taking some Quran ayahs as proof. So, no, not at all. Doesn't seem like he's. Why isn't he tolerant with the disbelievers? Because this is the haqq and they should believe in it. Couldn't he have been guiding the good ones? Yeah, but oh yes, guiding the good ones to this one and true religion. That's what we thought. Guiding the good disbelievers, then they would not remain disbelievers, would they? So this problem came up. Let's see what other reason I can give you that is good enough. So to prove that even if you think like a Shia Muslim or a Sunni Muslim, that good people, uh, there are no good people. There are doers of good, but the believer, if you believe, Allah will take away your sins and all this, and the messenger will pray for you and all that. So remember, there are no good people, they are just doers of good. This also. Then how can I come to, through logic? I wonder. Okay, so I jumped. Okay? Even policies who were doing a good act were called wrongdoers. Oh, because they denied this one God, and this one God, you have to believe in this God who is Allah, one God. And then you have to also believe in the messenger, of course. But how do you believe in this one God? Through the messenger, because God, this one God, didn't come in your heart to give you the message. He sent the trusted spirit on the heart of Prophet Muhammad. He has not given you guidance in your souls. That's such a big tragedy. Surah Sajda, ayat 13. So you don't know. On one hand, it's the soul that's prone to evil, and you're going with the Samiri, while Hazrat Musa is up, in communion with God, up on the mountains. And this is such a bad tragedy. Tragedy. It's bad. It's not right for a true God to do this. Then even polities who were doing a good act were called wrongdoers. Zalimin. Zalimin. So definitely you will be made to hate them and stay away from them or kill them when it comes to something, your religion. They can't criticize your religion, you won't be able to take it from the polytheists, from the Jews and the Christians also. But you can criticize them, they can't criticize you. Your religion. You can criticize their religion. No, how they've changed. You can criticize them like how the Sunnis start to criticize. They don't criticize, of course they don't criticize Islam, but oh yes, how you're then made to criticize and say things against Shia, fellow Muslims, but it steers you to that way, right, where you can say these are misguided people, and then some of the Muslims even hate Shias. Very dangerous, very dangerous. So in Surah Tawbah at 19, do you make the giving of drink to pilgrims or the maintenance of the sacred mosque equal to to those who believe in Allah and the last day and strive with might and main in the cause of Allah? They are the Zalimeen. They are not comparable in the sight of Allah, and Allah guides not those who do wrong. Oh my God, what are they doing wrong? They're just making it equal to, they're making the giving of drink, water to pilgrims, and maintaining the sacred mosque equal to those who believe in Allah and the last, to those who believe in Allah and the last. And they don't believe in Allah and the last day, and neither do they strive in the cause of Allah. My God, this is a very unjust verse, ayat against the polytheists. Those who are giving a drink and maintaining to the pilgrims, it says. Pilgrims, Haji, right? Yeah, Haji, yeah, pilgrims. And they are the Zalimeen. This is too unfair, unjust. So, you're supposed to fight the Zalimeen. Then, so we should have been told, look, Surah Tawbah, it's come in the end. And this is the history, fundamental thing. Please tell your Shia, your children about the whole thing so they can understand what's going on here. Later on, they find out, oh my God, it is killing of the Zalimin, fighting the Zalimin, fighting the Zalimin, at least is there. And nothing like those verses which say, oh, if they offer you peace, then offer them peace. Those verses are abrogated and all this. So now it's a good time to tell your children, to tell the children, uh, what actually this is about Islam and the Quran. Rather than, because the internet, they might come across. So it's good to be very clear about this. That where does Surah Tawbah come? And now they had to fight. They clear the Kaaba from the polytheists. Not only because they broke the treaties and all this. So instead of taking your child to Imam Hussein first, teach them this fundamental thing so they don't get a shock of their lives later on. Now that things like ex-Muslims are rampant, our children don't get a shock. Okay, then do you make the drink of... so good people, there may be good people who are disbelievers, but where Islam just puts them as evil people. Zalimi. Zalim, cruel, evil, this, that. You see how? Through this one verse, it kind of gives proof. Surah 9, Ayat 19. Have a look at it. Zalimeen. Allah does not guide the Zalimeen. The people who are Zalimeen, calm. Now, the last one, I hope this one really, brings it home to you. Women, hello, Muslim women. So my friend, also female, in London, from St. Joseph's College, Queen Sheba. So she was a good queen. There was nothing bad about her. Now, as a Muslim, you can't be a queen anymore. You can be Bibi, you can like Bibi Maryam, but if you have a mother like Bibi Maryam or what? You have to be from the progeny of this Adam, Yaqub, Ishmael, Isaac, Israel and all this. Al Imran. So Queen Sheba, you see, Islam doesn't allow this. Queen Sheba was a mushrik, polytheist, worshipping the sun. She had everything. She was a good person. Look, even Shia website says on the site, Surah Namal, 27th chapter of the Quran, ayat 32. She said, O chiefs, pronounce to me respecting my affair. No affair have I decided except in your presence. What a queen, what a beautiful person. So, a wise, sensible queen. 33. They said we possess force and we possess great might. The affair rests with you. So see what you will command. Look at this. Back and forth, like there's a communication. So Shia website says the Queen of Sheba, Belkis, was a wise, intelligent one. Intelligent. Do you hear the hadiths coming in your mind? What Prophet Muhammad said? Hadiths about women being half in intelligence and half in faith. So, although Bibi Maryam's mother, God accepted Bibi Maryam. Maryam's mother prayed, and all this will come later. So here we have the Shia website saying al-islam.org, enlightening that dash commentary dash light dash Holy Quran, meaning on the Holy Quran, volume 30. On Surah Namal ayats, where Queen Sheba is mentioned, and this is a mushrik, a polytheist queen, you see? And you can't be a queen, it's not, you can't even be, I don't know how my aunt said, Rabia of Basri, you can't even be a saint in Islam if you are a woman because your faith is off, Prophet Muhammad has said. And the reason being that you have monthly periods and all. You are nijis. You can't go near God. You can't go to God in obligatory prayers. You can't open the Quran and start reading it. You can't touch the Quran. And yeah, you can, some say you're not supposed to even read Surah Fatiha when you have your periods, but you can read some other ayats like that. But not touch. You can't touch the Quran or anything, right? So the queen of Sheba, Bilqis, was a wise, intelligent one and possessed a high standard of the ability of recognition. Worshipping the sun, she gets this. You are worshipping one supreme, one creator, supreme creator, all-knowing, and you're not blessed with what Queen Sheba was blessed with. The ability of recognition, high standard. She had also some men and counselors with whom she used to propound the news and events of the locality. So please, women, don't let your, this make you think otherwise. Don't make your intelligence get defeated, brought down to this level where Prophet Muhammad and his alive brought down to half. Being half in intelligence against men and faith. Also, half in faith, women against men. You remember this hadith? So I just not given you the hadith here. And you can check the Quran ayats also, right? Where women and witnesses, inheritance, and all, and in faith, when you have your menstrual period, you cannot go near God, near any religious rituals, rites, or what. Prayer, obligatory, 5 times prayer. Sorry if I make some mistakes like this. I apologize, and please correct me in your mind, or so correct me here if you're here. Otherwise, I stand corrected. So this, hope you understand my impediments because of my. So Queen Sheba, then the hadith about women being half in intelligence and faith because Allah says they are so. And so Prophet Muhammad said they are so. Al Imran verse 37, rightly graciously did her Lord accept her. He made her grow in purity and beauty. To the care of Zachariah was she assigned. You see, now when her mother, Bibi Maryam, this is about Mary, right? So, yeah, you can see in the ayat, in this ayat also. So, the mother was like, I want, whatever is there in my womb, I want to dedicate it to God. Then when she had the baby, she said, oh, it's a girl. So it's a girl, it's a girl. But I'm sure Queen Sheba's mother was not afraid that it's a girl for her. Although God accepted her graciously did her Lord accept her. He made her grow in purity and beauty. To the now, why to the care of Zachariah when her mother is alive? Maybe it was some priest or something. I don't know. Oh, at that time I have. So why should I? I don't know. What I should know. It should be consistent with whatever Jews, Christianity, and Islam. Every time that he entered her chamber to see her, he found her supplied with sustenance. He said, "Oh Mary, whence comes this to you?" I used to love this verse so much. She said, "From Allah, for Allah provides sustenance to me, to whom He pleases without measure." So Mary's getting this. I wish God had, also blessed me like He blessed Mary, but He didn't. So this. Monasticism. That's why Mother Teresa said that God was so attracted to baby Mary, the mother of Jesus' chastity. So here, monasticism again. Mary stayed away, was pure, like Hazrat Yahya. She didn't indulge in any kind of. So I was thinking, well, the Sunnah in our religion, what would we do wrong if we get married, right? So this also very weird, strange. Then you can't be married. Sorry, you can't have sustenance coming from and God providing and God graciously accepting you in His life. If you dedicate your life to Allah, so He didn't make her get married to anyone. He kept her for Himself. Allah did. And He kept Zachariah as her guardian, sorry. So, monasticism, they invented. The Quran ayat is completely wrong about this. Here, her mother prayed and she had a daughter, not a son. She had a girl. So, if we get married, we want, but God graciously accepted her and made her grow in purity and beauty. Zakiya. That's the best thing, purity. Zakiya, to the care of Zachariah. Zachariah. Sorry, Hazrat Zachariah. Okay, now I got my Arabic Urdu. Zachariah was she assigned. So you see, what I'm trying to tell you is that even this is not equal to, okay, God was graciously, but how many people now women of faith in Islam, believing women would be accepted like Maryam was accepted? And how many women, if you have the power given by God, the Son God to you, like Queen Sheba, become Queen Sheba, become your own queen. She's a good queen, intelligent, wise, high standard of ability of cognition, recognition, and things. Good behavior. Look at gentle lady, and very on equality. She's asking her chiefs, "What shall I do?" Consulting. What a great queen. No, Allah has told me this and you have to do it. So, you can read more on this Queen Sheba in the al-islam.org enlightening commentary. Light Holy Quran, Volume 13. I think Here although it says that God graciously accepted her but had to give her a son who would then lead the people and guide the people, right? Jesus Christ. But here Queen Sheba and the son and her people must be guided well. She doesn't need men to guide her and take care of her. Or she's grown up to be, I don't know, about her life earlier, I don't know, so this, I can't say. But a wonderful lady, Polteus, queen. No, your intelligence is not half. So please, please help yourselves and leave this Islam. Does Islam allow this? Maybe a guardian whom you can marry later. If they are not your blood relatives. So Hazrat Zakaria was a relative of Bibi Maryam's mother. Close, yeah, so same thing, same difference, right? Same difference. If they are not like what Zed's wife. Zed was stripped off that kind of adoption, the name of Prophet Muhammad. He couldn't even get the inheritance. Blood relative. And you can marry because you are not blood relatives. So you can marry your adopted son's ex-wife now that he's given her a divorce. What a shame, what a tragedy. Then why have we come to, Surah Baqarah, second chapter of the Quran, Ayat 221. Do not marry polytheistic women until they believe. For a believing slave woman is better. So you have believing slave women? I thought you have honorable slave women. Honorable women. What your right hands possess. Is better than a free polytheist. Even though she may look pleasant to you, she may have outward beauty, and do not marry your women to polytheistic men until they believe. For a believing slave man is better than a free polytheist. At least there's something like freedom. You see? Oh, so your Lord is saying that a believing slave man is better than a free polytheist. And freedom is your birthright. Okay. And they've taken, you see, Islam has taken away your freedom also. So you may be thinking from my tone that I'm playing devil's advocate, I'm trying to, but no, I'm a little bit, reason why I'm in this tone is that I've been hurt. It's painful, you see. Painful. I've been deceived. I feel like a fool. And so many of you have been deceived. But you want to stick to this religion? This is a disaster to humanity. Zero tolerance. Even if you are a good person, free person, you'll go to the fire of hell because you are not a believer. Queen Sheba, women's rights curbed. And he still told us that Islam gave what rights Islam gave to women. No religion has given those rights to women. Hinduism, they've got sati. Anyways, my father used to say that, the way the women worship their husbands like Devta, God. But even the men, the husbands worship their women like Devi. in Hinduism. So this is really sad. Surah Baqarah ayat 221 also. Even though he may look pleasant to you, okay, outward beauty, but what if they have pleasant, yeah, looking like pleasant behavior, like Queen Sheba, wisdom, everything. They invite you to the fire while Allah invites you to paradise. See? Such a harsh. So I was like, is there anyone else up there? Go, you know, like I got the story from Robert Shuller's book. In one of his books, like the person falls and he's holding on to a twig. He falls from the cliff, you see, and he's holding on to a twig. And then the voice comes, and it's like from God, let go. So he looks up and he says, what? I mean, God is telling me to let go of this twig? I'll fall, and die. So he says, is anyone else up there? Let go. I think you should let go of this religion and choose a better God for yourself. If you need a God, or if there is a God. Still, very interesting, Sam Harris's discussion with the Indian, what? Oh, sorry, Hindu, on Advaita Vedanta and all this. He's from. Oh my God. So let me just finish this. Fire while Allah invites you to paradise and forgiveness by His grace. He makes it. They invite you to the fire while Allah invites you to paradise and forgiveness by His grace. Yeah, you see, you need forgiveness because you are disbelievers. You are sinners and all. He makes His revelations clear to the people. Excuse me, still haven't had Zafran. He makes His revelation clear to the people, so perhaps they will be mindful the revelations are really not clear. I've shown this again and again. Proof from Quran ayats and where necessary hadiths. There are scientific errors. You are lagging behind, you'll be lagging behind. Following the West. And after some time, these Hindus are going to come up. They're going to be on the same level as scientists, or even higher above the scientists. This is what has happened, you see, and you will be somewhere back there. Unless you try deceptively, or some shaitan makes you, then the scientists will say, oh, does the sun set in murky waters? You say, oh no, that God metaphor. And okay, you have your way of. So there was a thing from Sam Harris. Where's that video Sam Harris sent? Sorry, I've forgotten the. How can we make sense? Oh, here it is. Sam Harris with Swami Sarva Priyanda Ananda. That's why, no, like this thing that I forgot. So, Swami has a very difficult name. Priyananda. It's Sarva Priyananda. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name. You see how they're talking here. And where the Swami with their Hindu Advaita Vedanta, right, has reached. About Buddhism, they've spoken, discussed, and all this. India is going higher than, and it's all inclusive, science, everything. They can meet with Westerners, have a few drinks. Sorry, no. Sorry. Not like, no. See, this is the mindset of the Muslim. Oh, yes, you're telling us to sit with the Westerners and go to the pub every night with them. No, I'm not telling you this. Neither did I go to the pub, although at that time I was a Shia, with them, right? So, but mixing, take their, look at their good things. Look at their good things. Like helping the wife, throwing out garbage, helping the wife in the house, this, that, so caring, so level-headed, honest, reliable. In London, I've seen it, I've experienced it. I can't say otherwise. So take the good things; you won't regret it. Be their friend. Talk to women. Talk to their men. See how Richard Dawkins talking to the Saudi lady, a young lady who left Islam. Now I'm old. I look young. Don't. No. I look old now. I think I'm very, very old. So talk to these. You can talk to them without, having Richard talk. Look at you like. They are people. You can't talk. Okay. There's a movie When Harry Met Sally. Sally. But I assure you, their men are quite decent. You won't regret it. You can learn in business, this, that. Go to London. Such a nice place to be. Study there and live there. Although in the night time I was like, daddy, 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 daddy. I was feeling lonely in my childhood. But later on, then the thing of my childhood memory. So in the night time in London, because we used to, we had a house, and then in the hostel, I didn't even have a fridge. So, but still, thank God, I could go down and meet people. Yeah. So it's a good. Yeah. Otherwise, in a flat, I would have died. Yeah. So it's a good thing my father put me in the hostel. Anyhow, so this, please look at this, Muslims, men and women, and see, you can be Queen Sheba. And so what, even Imam Shias, look at this, your Imam Ali, Sermon 80, Najul Balagh. So, I don't know how frequently I'll be coming here now, because we've reached the end. Now if any Muslim to talk, to help you, these are the last bits. Where's Sermon 80? Oh, I have to. What's that? Don't know. I think I've mostly explained the Quran ayats and all. Now it's up to you. And just to remind you, now and then I'll be coming. Oh, I'm going to down. Let's see. So Sermon 80, right, of Najul Balagha says, "O people, women are deficient in faith, deficient in shares, and deficient in intelligence. As regards the deficiency in the faith, it is the abstention from prayers and fasting during the menstrual period, which is given. So during prayers and fasting, which is given in the Quran ayahs. So Onin, that's abstention from. As regards deficiency in the intelligence, it is because the evidence of two women is equal to that of one man, not about the brain or something. But just Imam Ali is just explaining what's in the Quran ayat God has given. As for the deficiency of the shares, that's because of the share in inheritance being half of men, which is given in the Quran ayat. So beware of the evils of women. Be on your guard, even from those of them who are, excuse me, reportedly good, who are good. And they put reportedly here. You see, even believing women cannot be good. Just beware of them. I mean, who are good, but be on your guard even with those who are good. Good women. Oh my God. Do not obey them, even in good things, so that they may not attract you to evils. Now, how did Queen Sheba attract? How did Bibi Khadija when she wasn't a Muslim? Prophet Muhammad, Shias believe there was a time Bibi Khadija was not a Muslim. Khadija, the wife of Prophet Muhammad. And do not obey them. So that's why women need to obey men also. You see what he's done, given power over somehow. Do not obey them, but the women, you women are supposed to obey the men. Do not obey them even in good things, so that they may not attract you to evils. When did Queen Sheba attract it? Or was Khadija such? Then Prophet Muhammad would, maybe married her for the money. He may have been rich himself, the Hashemites, but his clan. But it's never enough. It's not enough for a greedy man. It's never enough. So this also. And Sunni hadith, every ex-Muslim will show you, must have shown you, where Prophet Muhammad himself says, women. So I'm going now. Any questions, please ask now. Otherwise, your silence tells me that you have all left Islam. Prophet Muhammad, women being less intelligent, hadith. It is clearly mentioned in the hadith, a UKM journal article repository. So this is the deficiency in her intelligence. And if you think the West, please don't think the West is lying. It's in your own. I can't find the hadith right now. I have not seen anyone different in intelligence and religion than you. Okay, I should have gone to sunnah.com. I'm going to Jibreel F. Haddad. Oh, here it is. 304. Sahih Bukhari. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Doesn't say Sahih or what, but it must be. Once Allah's Messenger went out to the Masalla to offer the prayer of either Adha or Fitr prayer, we don't know. Then he passed by the women and said, How come this all-knowing Allah, like you don't know whether he went for the Eid al-Adha prayer of Eid al-Fitr? Then he passed by the women and said, "O women, give alms, as I have seen that the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you." Oh my God. That's why I think, there's a time when Fatima bint Asad, she was so scared she broke down. She started to cry, cry, cry. He made her so scared. His aunt, Imam Ali's, Ali, I, you know, mother. They asked, "Why is it so?" "O Allah's Messenger," he replied, "you curse frequently and you are ungrateful to your husbands." Oh my goodness. I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence. You see, I learned in my life that if you criticize people too much, and you have a hold the image of them, your children, your family, kids, they will do just as you think. Your thinking will reflect in their behavior. This is what he's done. In psychology, I don't know what this is called, but also if you criticize the child too much, you're not being helpful to them. And another thing is that holding such an image about women, that's why maybe you say, "Oh yes, we curse." The Muslim women also, you can see we curse a lot, frequently, and are ungrateful to our husbands. Then you become ungrateful. The fear or something, someone tells you something and it has an effect on you, and then you start becoming like that. So don't tell me that Prophet Muhammad's prophecy has come true or this and that. Sometimes it happens this way. "I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you." It's like you are the worst. You are worse than those worst of creatures. A cautious, sensible man could be led astray. Oh my goodness. By some of you. You're seductive. You women are terrible. We should be careful of you women. You're sick. You can't seduce us. I would rather stay away from a woman after reading this hadith. Who am I? I don't know. Don't call me a woman. I mean, I'll start to hate myself being a woman. I'll say, no, don't call me a woman. Then who am I? Let me be a tomboyish. A cautious, sensible man could be led astray by some of you. Women are like scorpions. I mean, that's what Imam Ali has said. The women asked, "Oh Allah's Messenger, what is deficient in our intelligence and religion?" He said, "Is not the evidence of two women equal to the way?" He's not giving like evidence, scientific evidence, Again, because Allah has said so, Allah brought down sent down, not brought down, sent down the revelation. They reply, two women equal to the witness. Is not the evidence of two women equal to witness of one man in the Quran ayat meaning? They replied in the affirmative, yes. He said, this is the deficiency in her intelligence. Allah has said so. Isn't it true that a woman can neither pray nor fast during her menses? Yes, that's Quran ayat. The women replied in the affirmative, yes, yes, Ya Rasulullah. He said, this is the deficiency in her religion. So, we, You can't say Rabia al-Bajari, the saint, your saint, Rabia of Basra. Rabia Basri, Rabia. Full saint she can't be. Queen Sheba, the, what, she was an Arab Muslim saint. Okay, but I don't think behind the doors, back doors, she can't be a full-fledged saint. Sufi saint, okay. I don't know about this, about Sufi. You offer durud to the Holy Prophet 100 times every night. 400, oh, pure unconditional love of God. Oh Lord, if I worship you because of fear of hell, then burn me in hell, she prayed. But I'm just, it's very good. But we were discussing this, whether, who will decide for Rabia of Basri that she cannot be a full-fledged saint. She has to be a half saint in Islam. Tragedy. Influence Hassan of Basra, yes. Okay, so this is it. I leave with this. Please be good to yourselves and leave Islam for your own well-being. Thank you so much. I will come back again if I have to. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, beautiful day, growing in beauty and wonder, and be free. Look for something else. I know I may not have convinced you completely in this. Nevertheless, it was worth a try.